Now time for the 7 things you'll be talking about today. Number 7.
Some residents are asking if recycling is happening when they separate their garbage and put it out on the curb. The answer is, probably not. Probably not. AL.com actually did a pretty interesting story for once. Maybe it was by accident. They're tracking Repower South's promise to sort and recycle waste from the Birmingham suburbs at its Montgomery facility, but they put some air tags in there, and those air tags just went to a landfill. Well, yeah, it turns out, and this is, I looked it up, this is happening in multiple places. Like, you resort everything, and then it just goes to the dump. It's pretty amazing. But there are people who are not too happy about this. Residents like Bill Dawson and researcher Leah Nelson expressed skepticism about the recycling process, and noting that Repower South's operational struggles, including a fire and minimal activity observed during visits. But they claim the recycling is happening. But is that true?
Number 6.
Talk radio listeners have been complaining for months about this song being played during the Iversay commercials, and now the band Foghat has decided they are going to purchase the song back from the drug manufacturer because their fans have become outraged. Their CEO at Iversay says it is not for sale, but then he repeated, "Everybody has a price." Ted DiBiase, the CEO of that company, not too happy, but he is happy that all of these playings of this song have brought a lot of attention to their commercial, and they have been very successful in selling the drug. Either way, Foghat said they did not realize they were selling out as much as they have sold out, and they would now like to purchase the rights of that song back. But it seems like that is not going to happen because Iversay is being far too successful with that purchase.
Number 5.
Oregon County Circuit Judge Charles Elliott ruled that Decatur police officer Mac Marquette failed to prove he acted in self-defense when he fatally shot Steve Perkins, firing 18 rounds in less than 2 seconds after identifying himself. The judge found Marquette was not authorized to assist in the repossession and was therefore trespassing. I don't think that's true. Raising questions about whether he was acting within his duties as a police officer. A jury will now determine if Marquette was legally justified in using deadly force when he shot Steve Perkins, as Steve Perkins pointed a gun in his face. Okay. The trial is set for June, unless there is a successful appeal. The case will hinge on whether or not Perkins was aiming a gun at the officer when he was shot and killed. He was. He clearly was. You can see it in the video. You can go watch it. It is all very obvious. He absolutely was.
Number 4.
Man, times they are a-changing, no question about that. 45 undocumented immigrants, as the media calls them, let's more accurately call them illegal immigrants, are inside the Madison County Jail. They make up about 4% of the county's 1,200 inmates, at least those that are on ICE holds. So these are a bunch of ICE holds inside the Madison County Jail. That doesn't mean there aren't more illegal immigrants in there, but they're charged with crimes ranging from murder to assault to drug and human trafficking. Local authorities stress lawful processing, with the current administration ramping up ICE actions, ensuring all detainees are targeted for deportation, post-bond, or sentence, unlike the previous administration's limited approach of letting these animals back into the community under the guise of being welcoming. I mean, that was basically how we handled it, and that's not great. It's nice to see that there is a new game in town, and that is having a real impact.
Number 3.
In a move that will surprise no one, the University of Alabama College Democrats are protesting Elriza Darudi's detention by ICE. In a move that might surprise a lot of people, so is Planned Parenthood for some reason. I don't get that. Darudi is a mechanical engineer PhD student. He was detained by ICE last week as part of a never-ending run of protests and tantrums on college campuses. They're going to continue protesting this, so okay, good for you. So never-ending protests. The Department of Homeland Security justified the arrest, saying it was done with significant national security concerns, but they haven't really given any specifics, and that really is the issue here. They need to give some specifics on this, but as long as they don't do that, you're going to have this complaint that they're just picking up people and kidnapping them. No, they lost their visas long time ago. It's time to go.
Number 2.
A post on a popular parenting website that allegedly claims that Auburn High School administrators encourage students to pick up ribbons for Transgender Day of Visibility yesterday. Does anyone think that transgenders aren't visible? I mean, they're the most visible people in the world. They make up like point something percent of the American public, and we won't shut the hell up about them. I mean, they seem pretty visible to me. Anyway, appropriately, parents are pissed about this, and they see politics entering into the educational process. This is also a violation of state and federal law, well, state law and a federal executive order. Donna Skipper of the Republican Women of East Alabama spoke out about the issue, and the message has parents questioning the school's focus and suspecting influence from a vocal transgender student's parent, with no official response from the school to clarify its intent, even though voters and lawmakers have made their intent clear.
Now, time for the number 1 thing you'll be talking about today.
As another judge steps in and protects a large number of Venezuelans from deportation after they were let in by former President Joe Biden, the media and their Democrats rage over gangbangers and illegal immigrants being deported to El Salvador again. The Trump administration moved 17 more Tren de Aragua members, including Kevis Jesus Rechender Vasquez from Guantanamo Bay to El Salvador. Secretary of State Marco Rubio and President Donald Trump touted the move as a sidestep of a federal judge's block on the Aliens Enemies Act using Title VIII authority. Everyone knows about Title VIII authority. Come on. El Salvador's president confirmed the groups comprising murderers and rapists was now at his notorious CCOT prison, as White House officials emphasize ongoing efforts to deport illegal criminals, seemingly undeterred by judicial pushback. So they have found another way to do this, and El Salvador's like, yeah, we'll take these guys. Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead and send those guys on in here. By the way, the Kevin, what was the guy's name again? I want to make sure I get this right because I don't want to be that guy who dares to say something incorrect. Kevis Jesus Rechender Vasquez is a Venezuelan national and the alleged leader of Tren de Aragua. So they have deported that guy back to that prison. So a lot of people very upset about this. Some are calling it kidnapping, and they're being very concerned about these guys. I merely suggest, look, there's still some Tren de Aragua in the country. All you need to do is go find them and be like, come on. Come stay with me and my family. Come on in. It's fine. We're cool. You can come here and stay with us. That's all you got to do is welcome them into your home. Not a big deal. Not a big deal, right? No, it's obviously a big deal. And this is a real problem here. So let's be smart about this and get these people the hell out of our country. Okay, good deal. Good deal. If you got any thoughts, any of these thoughts on any of this, you can weigh in and let us know right here. 866-494-WVNN, 866-494-9866.
Get WVNN's Dale Jackson's 7 Things You Should Be Talking About Today right in your email box every morning. Go to yellowhammernews.com and sign up today.